Okay, Kevin Trouble Jones. Kevin, where did trouble come from?
You know, this story came from when my mom was ready to have me.
Uh-huh.
On the way to the hospital, my grandma said, this boy gonna be trouble. You know, already the hospital is storming and everything when we got there.
Okay.
So it just stuck with me.
Just
It
stop
just stuck with
it.
me, yeah. So I said my mom called me trouble.
Oh, okay then. Cool.
It was stormy night.
Y'all played football here at South Nova. What years?
Mine was 94, 95, and 96. I graduated in 97.
Okay.
For me, it was 93. I was a part of the 93 team.
Okay.
My years were, I played linebacker on the 93 team. In 95, no, 94 team, I was transferred to offense, so fullback
Okay.
from 95 to 96.
Y'all made such an impact on the football team and the football history that your names are not just whispered here at South Panola. They're still shouted, because of the work that you did. Tell us, how did you get so fast?
I think it's a natural thing, you know. I used to run down the road with my auntie every day.
Uh-huh.
And, she about the same age, of course. And much racing from the light pole to the house every day.
Oh.
Yeah, we raised on the farm. So from the light pole to the house, we used to race each other, try to get to the house.
Barefoot.
Barefoot.
I used to do that. I used to run
Okay.
a ball. I lived on
Yeah.
Shallow Road and I used to run barefoot up
Yeah.
on rocks all the time. Yes,
Mhm.
sure did.
I think it was more competitive. You brought up around people that were better than you and more competitive. I think it's more of instincts and just being more competitive and just gravitating to it.
So you were on the team when Coach Wright first got there?
Right.
Okay.
Really
Tell
good.
us about that transition going from, who was the coach before that? Coach McNeely?
Right.
Okay, to Coach Wright.
Actually at the time, I was a freshman, so I had to adapt really fast. A guy by the name of Timothy Rudd, which was the guy that was in front of me fighting for the position. Like I said, I was brought up around guys like Kevin Hollywood Cooper, Wayne Rudd, Deshae Townsend. So you had to be competitive or you're going to be sitting on the bench. So you had to do things different.
Yeah. Kind of like, what was the talk at home about the team getting ready and preparing? Like in '92, I think you went to the playoffs, but didn't make it to the state championship. Then the next year, you made it to the state championship. What was the talk at home? Were you anxious, a little stressed? What was it for 9th and 10th grade boys? What was that?
I don't think it was strenuous. I think it was just more your ability to play. I remember guys like Anthony Spears and Derek Chapman that played before me, but in my mind, it was just more about getting on the field and being productive. And being at home, when you have your mom and dad at home, when you got the community that speaks on your child, and it's always upbeat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Kevin, when you said you played in '94, so Coach Wright he stepped down and Coach Stanley got the head coaching position. How was that for you? Was there any difference? Did you see much of a difference?
Not much of a difference.
Okay.
Like he piggyback what he said about competition, I came up, I looked at players like Kevin Rushton, O.J. Cooper running the ball, guys like that influence me.
Mm-hmm.
So I know how to go out there and repeat what they did. You know, gotta make my name for myself, but I still try to repeat what they did.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you set a rushing record that wasn't broken until when? When was his record broken? You remember when it was? With Daryl Henderson?
In
2014?
It was 2014.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you set a record that wasn't broken till 2014. And that was back in what, 19? When was his record the first?
96,
96.
yes, 96.
So, at the time when you were in high school, were you thinking about stuff like setting the record?
I don't think I'm a record. I was trying to get the win. I was trying to get a win. I was trying to blow the other team out so the guys behind us had time to play.
Oh, okay.
I think that would kept the tradition going, like we had better teams, you know.
Uh-huh.
So when they had time to play behind us, like maybe a quarter and a half, that kept stopping those building.
Okay.
I think that helped a lot.
Okay. But are you proud of yourself now, years later, when you think about it?
I'm proud of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go to stores around here like Piggly Wiggly, Walmart, on the street. What's up, Trevor Jones, and everything. I'm proud they recognize me.
Okay. Okay.
Reggie, how did it feel when you were nominated to get to be a Danny Duggan, especially the first fullback Danny Duggan?
I think it was different. When you mentor guys that you come along with, but you're not expecting what comes with being picked as a Danny Dozen, it's more influential to you. You know what I'm saying? So, me by just being a kind of a laid back, quiet guy. Just going out doing this thing every week and learning. Yeah, it was a movie being made that I didn't
Can
see
you
at
share
first.
with us some of the stuff that you got, please?
Oh man,
Because you was a blue chip player too. Well, you was the only blue chip player from South Nova.
yeah, when you have the Jackson Clary legend come to your front doorstep and say, hey, we wanna interview you, we wanna be in the life of Reggie Marley for a week, then hey, your life has changed. So
They kind of put a target on you that you weren't expecting.
you weren't expecting, but
Yeah.
when you continue to work and just learn to understand the different stages, tribulations that trials and tribulations that come with growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did it feel when you became, when they announced you being the blue chip player of the year?
In a way, I expected it because I thought I had put the work in, but it was kind of startling when they did come with saying, "Hey, you a blue chip, you amongst the top 10 players in the nation." So, when you get that label and that target put on you, you know you're really doing something.
And I know with Trouble, he expressed some stuff to us a while back about some things with accolades that he was a part of with Fox. I know it was a picture that you had an interview with the new Fox Nicholas.
Yeah.
Can you kind of tell us a little bit about that? I know that's something that was different too.
That was the game we played against Boston. After the rematch from the year before, bad. That was bad, the other game. But, when we played them next year, I had a thing out for Clarksdale. I ended up scoring 6 touchdowns in the game. So they was on the sideline. They wanted to interview me. Then they invited me to the touchdown club in Memphis. So we had a presentation up there one night. And I got invited. 2 other guys. So that was, I loved it that night, I know, I was recognized, Mm-hmm.
So do you think a lot of that came from the work ethic that you guys learned through Coach Manley, Coach Wright, and just the South Nova football program as itself to get to that point of achieving those individual things outside of on the team, like learning just having that work ethic that the program here is installing in you guys.
It started like the coach in junior high, with Coach Robinson, Coach License. Those guys, they put some work in for years, you know. And when I got to Coach Stanley, he, you know, coming on weights a little more, you know, he pumped us up, you know, put in my mind, hey, you're a great running back, go out there and improve it. I'm gonna give you the ball, go out there and improve it. You know, people have problems from like getting the ball to trouble a little bit too much. Like I said, I used to look at him and tell him, I want the ball, coach. This time, determine the game, give me the ball, I'm gonna finish the game. I looked up to like guys like, I came behind like Reggie Morris. For me, to get my damn dub notch, I had Reggie Morris towards Samson. Then we had guys like Mario and Corey behind us. And I want to be a jumper for them. After Reggie got his Danny Dubs, next year I want to be a Danny Dubs. Then I look forward for other guys behind me to be a Danny Dubs. So, you know, I was just trying to be a mentor for the other young guys from behind us.
Now, who's Thunder and Lightning?
Yeah.
He Thunder, I'm like, I think one of them was Desperado. It's something like
So how
that.
did you guys get those names?
Who's the spare?
Towards Sam.
Oh, okay.
Despair, that was what it was. Yeah.
Thunder and Lightning.
Getting
Okay.
those names like that.
Bob Nars, play-by-play man. Bob Nars came up with that.
We did. Okay.
And then I know they called y'all the triple threat. You, Trouble, Reggie, and Tawud.
Agony, despair, and trouble. No, agony, trouble, and despair.
Okay.
Yeah. We enjoy playing with each other. They compliment each other.
Yeah.
I used to like when the game started, Coach Stanley would holler, we're gonna get Reggie the ball first. I was gonna sound like loosen him up first, you know. Cause Red gonna hit him first. I'm gonna hit him, then one go into we're gonna do something different.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So y'all had this game playing thing going on.
We gotta motivate each other. He gonna try to get 100. I'm gonna try to get 100. Two we're gonna try to get 100.
Okay. So now y'all telling the secret. I bet nobody knew y'all had that plan to get off 300 yards with just 3 players.
We asked this question a lot of the guys about how did it feel being on top of the football team? Like when you got to the high school, was that a compliment? I know back then, like you guys had to try out. Now I don't think they have to really just try out. But back then you couldn't just make the team, right? You had to actually try out.
No, I think you just be on the team. Yeah, you gotta be on the
But
team.
you had to,
You gotta put the work in.
You might have to put a little bit more work in back then. But now you can. I think it's a little easier. Now you can just come in and hey, you got potential. You got the work ethic, and maybe you can make the team.
I think it was the Sabanova games back in like 92 and 93. I used to be on the sideline playing football while the game was going on.
Okay.
Then when they scored a touchdown, I paid more attention to it.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, he had a bunch of kids doing it.
Somebody said the other day they called it being a part of the South Florida team the rite of passage. You kind of heard that before? You hadn't heard that one? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like I think when the Indians in history that if a Indian wanted to be a warrior, it was a rite of passage. They had to do something, and it's not everybody who's a South Florida football player. You know, out of that school of 1,300 students, only 80 to 100 per year are football players. You know, so it's just kind of like your own little club. You know.
But at the same time, and I won't say Trouble had to go through it, but maybe I might be a year or two older. We had to go through a little bit more hazing than guys go through now. There might not be any hazing at all right now, but I can remember some stuff that definitely had to go through before.
I went through a little bit, though. I went through a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
But I gained the respect, though.
Yeah.
So everything was good.
Yeah.
Do y'all think, just think about, this wasn't here. The field was, grass. Those stands. There was no, well, was there a track around the field when y'all were playing? There was a little bit of a track. Okay. But over the years, there's been improvement and stuff. Was it really hard, you think, back then that it would be now to practice in here with those weights?
Oh, no doubt.
No.
No doubt.
Okay.
I mean,
This good. But, there's a lot of grind back then.
Yeah.
Coach Carter.
uh,
How did Coach Carter inspire you?
he was a weight, real life weight, that person that he was going to get your attention. You had to gravitate to him. He was a gravitation. He was a magnet. So, basically, you abide by, or you probably were going to leave. So, I mean, he was a lovable guy. You couldn't miss him. So, either you going to get stronger, or you didn't want to be a part of the system.
Go back up this way. And go back to school. Then. We down here, we getting it in.
Okay.
So cold. Yeah. He inspired me.
I think he inspired us. He touched a whole lot of lives.
Do you think the work ethic that you guys learned from football, do you guys carry any of it onto your life now, as far as with your jobs, careers, the dedication that you guys had back then? Do you see a lot of those ways that you use now within your career and stuff like that?
Yeah. I can see it in my job. Yeah.
I can see it in my kids, my job, family. I mean, it is what it is. You take from it. You take from what you learn and you implement it into your normal everyday life the best way you can. You can't. Some of them must be harsh with it, or however you can implement it into your daily life. And hey, I think it'll be great, because I think all of us have children that are coming up in the times we're coming up in now. We can kind of implement our path into their daily lives and maybe transform to them being a better person or better inspiration to somebody else.
Y'all, did both of you go to college, play college ball?
Yeah.
Okay. You went to Northwest.
I came a year later.
You went to Northwest, okay. And just tell us about playing at that next level of getting that opportunity.
It's different, but wasn't that much of a difference.
Okay.
So playing South Nova is like a JUCO level. It's like that down here to me. That's just me, maybe you, but I started Northwest on the depth chart number 7. But first game, I was number 1.
Oh.
So,
Like number 7?
I started number 7.
Oh.
They had other
Well, I
players.
guess you came as a freshman, so they were sophomores.
Yeah, so had guys there before my time. But Northwest, it was a great experience though.
Okay.
At Northwest, I went to a school, Central Missouri. I spent a year up there.
Okay.
I ended up, things happening, ended up back to school.
Yeah. Central Missouri. Okay.
Central Missouri.
What city is that in?
Warrensburg.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I went to Langston University out in Langston, Oklahoma. Basically, it's an all-black school. I played. Actually, I got moved to a middle linebacker. The transformation, I don't think for some players it might be different. Some players can't take pressure that's put on them. And sometimes it might be like experiencing a new job that, everybody can't relate to. But, going to the next level in college and playing ball, I don't think it wasn't that hard. It's just, finding out what you need to do as a player, what you do, not what everybody else do. Finding out what you need to do.
If you could give a message to any of the younger players that get ready to come up or that are currently playing in a South Carolina football program, what message would you give to them? Like words of encouragement that you would give to them about this program and about just trying to be a better athlete, a student athlete?
I was gonna say, first thing, listen. You coming up, listen to guys that have been there before. It's like, I listen to O.J. Cooper. He used to tell me what the holes to hit, him and Kevin Rushing, all the other guys, get in the weight room, build your body, get ready. It's gonna be a long season. I tell a young kid, just get your body right for the season, and you're gonna be all right. But listen, first thing.
A lot of the players that come through now, I think it's kind of different for them. How times have changed. You have different people in different situations that teach it different. I know all football seems the same, but I might be an uncle, or I might be a brother, or I might be just a dad that might teach it different to Keisha, or you or him or Trouble. They might take it in a whole different way. So, however you can spit it out and give it to them, lay it out on the platter, and however they get it, I think that's, it's powerful out here now. I mean, like back then, we didn't have social media, Facebook, Instagram, any of that platform to get us to the next level of the stage.
Word of mouth.
Right. So, I mean, to say I was a Danny Dozen in '95, if I had that Facebook platform or that Instagram platform to get it out to those guys in Alabama or wherever I was trying to go, it would have been beautiful. I lived the movie in that time. The social media platform with the players now, oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Get them exposed.
Exposure. Oh man.
Yo, anything we didn't ask y'all want to say?
Got to give a shout out to guys I played with.
Yeah.
Patrick Allen, Kevin Cooper, Tim Rudd. Those guys, they helped me out there in '94 a lot. It was for them that made the person I am or the player I am. The hard hit, the defense, the practice. Fred Ard, Sammy Olmstead. Hey, them guys made me who I am. Toward Sanford, I'm glad he came along, he helped me out a little bit. To Wallersley on defense. Yeah, those guys, they were there. Swan Killebrew. We got Darryl Farmer, T.V. Sanford. I appreciate them guys.
I got a big shout out to the '93 class, but especially a big old shout out to everybody that touched the program, that had any kind of inspiration from the South Panola squad or anything that's going on with Sapanola sports, any of that, man, big shout out to y'all. And we hopefully we can keep going and in this near future, we want to be back at the top of the level. I'm making sure I'm looking in the camera because I want everybody to know, hey, in the near future, and I'm speaking on this year, this 2023, we're going into 2024. We have a new coaching staff, and hey, let's get out here and grind and do this thing. We don't want to piggyback nobody else because we've been at the top level of this thing for a long time. So let's go back to the top.
Long time.
Shout out to the Sapanola everything.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Just like that. They don't get them there. they don't want to get them.
Hallelujah.
Thank you.